Laudato Jesus Christus, praised be Jesus Christ. Hello everyone and welcome to this live broadcast of the Regina Caeli prayer from St. Peter's Square on Sunday, May 17th. And a happy feast of the Ascension to the countries celebrating today. In just a few moments, Pope Leo XIV will appear at the window of the Apostolic Palace and greet the faithful before praying the Regina Caeli at noon. My name is Isabella de Carvalho and I'll be providing the English language commentary and translations for this event. A very warm welcome to you all from wherever you are joining us. Some of you may be joining us through various Vatican media channels, perhaps the Vatican News app or the Radio Vaticana app, and the Vatican News website or the Vatican News English YouTube channel or our Facebook live feed. Welcome also to all of you joining us through our media partners, EWTN TV, Catholic Faith Network in America, Salt and Light TV, Shalom World TV, Atma Darshan TV, Catholic TV, and Luminous Radio India. And welcome to all of our friends from the Deaf Catholic Youth Initiative for the Americas. Please visit our Vatican News YouTube channel to find translation in American Sign Language or ASL. As you can see, today's a really bright, sunny day in Rome, and a lot of people are gathering in the square, and they're waiting for Pope Leo that should be appearing at the window shortly. As we were saying today, many countries celebrate the solemnity of the Ascension of the Lord, which commemorates the Christian belief of Jesus' ascension into heaven. And this solemnity actually falls on the 40th day after Easter, so usually on a Thursday. But this year was on May 14th, last Thursday. But in many countries, like in Italy or in Spain, this feast day is transferred to the Sunday after this Thursday, so today. Other countries in Europe, like France, Austria, Germany, or Switzerland, celebrated on Thursday, and some countries even have the day off. The Vatican also, for example, observed this solemnity on Thursday, and in fact, May 14th was a holiday. Today, the Church is also celebrating the 60th World Day of Social Communications, and in this year's message, Pope Leo highlighted the importance of ensuring that technological innovation, particularly artificial intelligence, serve the human person rather than replacing or diminishing human dignity. And the title of the message is Preserving Human Voices and Faces, and it was released earlier in the year. And he said how faces and voices are unique traits of every person and form the foundation of human identity and relationships. And so reflecting on this truth, then he centered that on his message. Now we see Pope Leo at the window.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, buona domenica!
Dear brothers and sisters, happy Sunday.
Oggi in molti paesi del mondo si celebra la solennità dell'ascensione del Signore.
In many countries throughout the world, the solemnity of the Ascension of the Lord is celebrated today. The image of Jesus, lifted up from the earth and ascending toward heaven, as the Bible states, may cause us to think about this mystery as a distant event from long ago. Yet this is not so, for we are united to Jesus as the members of one body, united to the head. By ascending into heaven, then he draws us with him toward full communion with the Father. In this regard, St. Augustine said, "The head's advance
la speranza delle membra.
is the hope of the members.
Tutta la vita di Cristo è un moto di ascesa.
Indeed, Christ's entire life is a movement of ascent. Through his humanity, he embraces and involves the whole world, elevating and redeeming human beings from their sinful condition. He thus brings light, forgiveness, and hope, where previously there was darkness, injustice, and desperation, in order that men and women may attain the definitive Easter victory, in which the Son of God, by dying, has destroyed our death, and by rising restored our life.
Non ci parla di una promessa lontana, ma di
The Ascension, therefore, does not speak to us of a distant promise, but of a living bond, which draws us also toward heavenly glory, already elevating and expanding our horizon in this life, and redirecting our way of thinking, feeling, and acting more closely to the measure of God's heart.
Noi conosciamo la via.
Moreover, in this path of ascent, we recognize the way. Indeed, we find it in Jesus, in the gift of his life, his example, and his teachings. We also see it marked out for us by the Blessed Virgin Mary and the saints, those whom the Church offers as universal role models. Pope Francis also liked to speak of the saints next door, with whom we live in our daily lives, fathers, mothers, grandparents, people of every age and condition, who, with joy and commitment, make the effort to live sincerely according to the Gospel. With them, with their support, and thanks to their prayer, we too can learn to ascend day by day toward heaven. As St. Paul says, we must focus on whatever is true, just, and lovable, and put into practice, with God's help, all that we have heard and seen. In this way, the divine life, which we received in baptism and which constantly draws us to the heights, toward the Father, can grow in and around us, and spread the precious fruits of communion and peace in the world. May Mary, the Queen of Heaven, who illuminates and guides us in every moment, support us on our path.
Resurrexit sicut dixit, alleluia.
Ora pro nobis Deum, alleluia.
Gaudiet letare Virgo Maria, alleluia.
Resurrexit Dominus vere, alleluia.
Oremus. Deus, qui per resurrectionem Filii Tui, Domini nostri Iesu Christi, mundum laetificare dignatus es, presta quesumus, ut per eius genetricem Virginem Mariam, perpetue capiamus gaudia vitae, per Christum Dominum nostrum.
Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Pro fidelibus defunctis, requiem aeternam dona eis Domine,
Et lux perpetua luceat eis.
requiescant in pace.
Amen.
Dominus vobiscum,
Et cum spiritu tuo,
sit nomen Domini benedictum,
ex nunc et usque in saeculum,
adiutorium nostrum in nomine Domini.
qui fecit caelum et terram.
Benedicat vos omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filius et Spiritus Sanctus.
Amen.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, Ricorre oggi in diversi paesi la giornata mondiale delle comunicazioni sociali.
Dear brothers and sisters, today in many countries there's the 60th World Day of Social Communications, which I wanted to dedicate to the theme Preserve Face and Human Faces and Voices. I encourage everyone in this time of artificial intelligence of communicating always in respect to the truth of the human person, toward which all technological innovation should be directed. Instead, from today until next Sunday, there will be the week dedicated to the Laudato Si, inspired by Pope Francis's encyclical. In this Jubilee year, dedicated to St. Francis of Assisi, let us remember his message of peace and love to all brothers and to all creatures. Unfortunately, in these last years, because of the war, because of different wars, the progress in this field have decreased. So I encourage the members of the Laudato Si movement and all those who work for an integral ecology to renew their commitment. Caring for peace is care for life. I greet all of you, faithful from Rome and faithful from and pilgrims from different countries.
In particolare, do il benvenuto ad alcune bande musicali provenienti dalla Germania.
I greet especially some musical bands from Germany.
Fraternità Sant'Antonio di Monti di Ajaccio.
A confraternity from Ajaccio. And a group of students from Montana in the United States.
Saluto I giovani di Oppido Mamertina.
And a group of young people. And other faithful from dioceses in Italy, in different areas of Italy, and those who had done the confirmation in Genoa. I wish all of you a happy Sunday. And that brings us to the end of this live broadcast of Pope Leo's recitation of the noon Regina Caeli in St. Peter's Square on Sunday, May 17th. Please visit the Vatican News website, Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube accounts for coverage of today's event and other Vatican and world news. You can find us at www.vaticannews.va. I'm Isabella De Carvalho, and it has been a pleasure providing the English language translations for all of you. Thank you to our in-studio audio technician and our audio coordinator, and all our media partners, EWTN TV, Catholic Faith Network in America, Salt and Light TV, Shalom World TV, Atma Darshan TV, Catholic TV, and Luminous Radio India. And thank you also to our friends at the Deaf Catholic Youth Initiative for the Americas. Have a happy Sunday. Laudato Jesus Christus, praised be Jesus Christ.